Do you think a Fantastic Four movie needs Doctor Doom to be successful?
No,
No.
not at all.
Do you think it's the right decision to have Doom show up for the first time in Doomsday versus Fantastic Four First Steps?
Well, first of all, Doom doesn't need an intro.
Right.
Right.
I think we get a little messed up in the head sometimes, Adrian, with comic book movies. Like, we forget that most movies, non-comic book movies, they introduce a villain at whatever point that villain is in his career. They don't.
Right.
You don't need an origin story for everybody.
Right. You don't need to know how a lock picker learned to pick locks.
Correct. Go back to Star Wars. The first time you see Darth Vader in there, do you know anything about him? You just know he's the bad guy.
Right.
And you know he's powerful and you know he's in charge. It's like we think, with comic, because there's all this history in comics, whenever we see someone on screen, we got to get from the day they were born, were they nursed? Did they take formula? Who gives a shit? When did Doom start walking? Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Let's get to your point, what he's doing now. So all that to say, should he be in Fantastic Four First Steps or no?
So remember in the Penguin,
Yep.
where at the end they had the bad light at
Yep.
the end. It should be something like that.
Just a little tease.
Just a little tease.
You didn't even need to see his face.
Nope.
No. So there's a rumor that there's a post-credit scene where you don't see Doom's face. I think it cuts to like Franklin at the Baxter Building, and he's playing with Doom's mask, and Doom's sitting there, and you don't see his face, and then it ends. Something like that. Like if that's accurate, does that kind of fill that need of what you're saying? Just drop him in.
I'm thinking more like, they cut to like a mountain shot of some city.
Okay.
At the bottom, it's night. It's all lit up. It's all snowy. Snow swirling all over the place. Then the camera pans over, and there's a fucking polar bear, and Doom sitting on it.
You want that polar bear,
Oh yeah,
bro.
I want that polar bear. Yep, that is what I'm thinking about.
That's what you're talking about.
It's a little over the top,
Got it.
but
All right. Hey, if that happens, you better fucking send us a check, okay?
Something.
Jesus. Maybe a Doom mask. I don't know. You hear this a lot online. They're rushing Doom. The fuck you mean they're rushing Doom? How many movies have you seen where the first time you met those characters was in that movie?
Right.
And then people go, the movie's like, we're talking about Sinners, which I got to finish. But did you need a backstory for anyone in the movie? Like, you meet these characters in this movie.
Right.
You don't need to go, what other movie were they in? None, motherfucker. They started here.